today, just enough, especially with the jump rope. I get a good amount of blood flowing in the shoulders. But the special thing about today is that everything is and has been for the last 2 weeks, 6 sets, 60 seconds rest. And there's a good amount of exercises, so you can imagine, a good hour and a half usually it takes me in the gym for these is a brutal one. So the weight obviously isn't going to be quite as heavy as doing, even a set of 8 to 12 when you're doing 2 to 3 minutes in between and only 4 or 5 sets. Got 6 of these. Strip this down, on to the next exercise. Get down the movement. I'll sometimes do this. I'm just gonna go real light, just with these 20s. Although, I'm only probably gonna go up to 30 with the working sets, but heavy enough to feel it, light enough not to count as a working set. Just wanna get the motion down. Same thing on here like I normally do. Gonna be doing a slight lean into the machine. Just helps me get a little better angle on my rear delt. And I feel like I can isolate a little bit more, take the traps out of the exercise as much as I can. Just gonna start, again, little quick warm-up set, meaning no particular amount of reps, just enough to feel the weight. And then we'll put a little heavier, start the working set. Tip on here too, at least I like to mentally do, is instead of just pulling back, I'm kind of imagining pushing my elbows up at a slight angle back. It just helps me connect a little better with the rear delt. That's really it. 6, man, let's go. Alright, next up might be my personal favorite tricep exercise, which is the press down on the cable, specifically the B-bar press down. So we'll snag the cable, get after another 6 sets. Right about this point is like where I start feeling. This is honestly one of the easier workouts of the week in terms of these 6 sets, 60 seconds on the rest. Just because really there's less supersets. You know, sometimes I'll start out the workout doing a superset where I'm hitting one compound followed by maybe like an isolation movement, straight. You know, no rest in between, and then I get only 60 seconds, and then I got to do it again. So I'm lifting for a longer time. You know, my set there might be, you know, 45, 60 seconds of work versus here it might be like 25, 30 seconds for a set. So my body just has a harder time recovering. And 2, these compounds just aren't as taxing. You know, only true compound movement, well, I guess there's more than one, but the only one that will really get me ever is the shoulder press, the military press. And you know, I wasn't going too heavy on it, so I felt like I could recover well enough. Ooh, let's try that. Yeah. So 6 sets of 30 on here. Let me check the clock real quick. 1 second. About 10 seconds. And on these, I know it looked kind of the odd looking one, but there's a method to the madness. As you tell, I do my best to keep my hips kind of in a fixed position, right? So the only bending is coming from the core here, so I'm not just, you know, kind of hinging my hips back. I'm just bending here at the core. The same principle that I kind of talk about in the crunch is I'm mentally thinking about bringing my belly button almost to my spine and really just moving that lower part of my rib cage, right? So if this is like my ribs here at the end of my fingers, kind of work with me here, and my pelvis is down here, I'm just trying to do that motion, right? Just almost hinge. That's really the only function of the abdominals there that we're trying to target. So that's all we need to be focusing on. And in that way, you know, I don't start bringing my hip flexors into it and just other muscles that don't need to be hit. Another 30. bit of salt, and I'll throw just a little bit of pepper on here. Try to kind of coat both sides here. Now I'm just cooking these on a little grill pan, about 5 minutes or so aside. That's a good question. So keep beefing. That's our rice. I still like the little minute rice, especially eating less carbs. I might have 2 of those a day or so. But Ken, you were asking me how much protein I eat, or what it looks like meal to meal? Yeah. Which is, that's a good question. So really it's either chicken, turkey, a little bit of lean beef here and there, fish, or egg whites. And it's almost always 6 ounces every meal. So 6 meals a day. With the egg whites, I'll go 12 ounces. With the chicken, obviously this is more than 6 ounces here. I'm just cooking the whole packet. But I'll eat 6 ounces at a time. Ground turkey, ground chicken, even the fish, like white fish. That's all 6 ounces at a time with every meal. And yeah, the only thing that's varying right now is carbs. So starting to lessen up on the carbs, increase the cardio. So kind of ease into this cut since I'm 7 weeks now. And it's not bad. You get hungry from time to time. And either drink some water, maybe sip on some BCAAs if I'm really craving something and I can't eat anything. But it's going to get a lot tougher than it is now. So it's really not much right now in terms of the hunger. The chicken breast I'm using is like this organic, free-range chicken. It's a couple dollars more per pound. Honestly, if you can make the investment in it, I know if you're kind of doing something similar to a prep, it ends up being a lot for a lot of chicken, you know, so you can always substitute meals with like egg whites, a protein shake. But if you can, at least try it once, the organic chicken, because I'm telling you, man, I can taste the difference. It cooks better. Like, is it really better for you? That's something maybe look up on your own, but I definitely mess with it. Oh yeah, that's pretty dang juicy. I'm not gonna say perfection because I'm definitely not a perfectionist when it comes to cooking. Sometimes I'll approximate. My guess is this is about to be 6 ounces right here. That's my 6 ounces. So we'll see how close I am. I do have a scale as well. All right, a little bit over, but I'm all right with that. And I'm not gonna have any veggies with this meal. I'll typically do veggies every other meal, so I'll throw either some peas in the microwave or what do you call it? Some broccoli. To top it all off, it's a little Cholula sauce, man. Oh my goodness, it's just so good. It's got a little bit of sodium, but I'm telling you, that stuff right there, that's all I need. So, Ken made a comment. I definitely take a little bit more time prepping some of these meals. You know, I'll cook 3, 4, sometimes 4 times a day. But I'm cool with that. Like, it's, you know, I spend so much time doing it. I'm like, I'll take a few extra steps. You know, I got a meat thermometer, a scale. You know, it's like, why not kind of thing. It's like, I'm just going to be lazy if I'm not putting in that time. So I might as well make it good. And then, you know, at the same time, it's like, well, I'm becoming slightly a better cook. So I'll take that, you know, compared to where I started cooking years ago when I tried to prep like ground beef and just burnt the heck out of it. So this I'm really happy with, man. I'm really happy with, and I'm gonna enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, everything. It does mean a lot. And that's a solid shoulder and tricep session. Got a little meal, but what do I know? I'm JustMerk.